up, man, everybody? Adam Gladfelter here with Racer Nexus, and tonight is championship night here for rookie class racing. Only 4 drivers remain here for the championship fight. Let's take a look at it real quick here, as we've got Michael Cordray, Terrence Preston, David Vodka, and Declan Beatty going for the championship tonight here in the rookie class racing truck series at Homestead, Miami. It's going to be an awesome night for sure. Let's get down here trackside as qualifying has started, as we've got Michael Cordray behind the wheel right now, getting ready to get his qualifying laps going. Jay Sanchez on track, and Gavin Smith already going as he's heading down the back stretch. Charles Wilson getting on track, getting ready to get his laps underway, and a championship contender here tonight, Declan Beatty with No Lift Motorsports. Cordray now back on track. As Tony Nolan gets his first time. Currently set on top of the board with a 33.938. Now Gavin Smith sitting in the top spot. As Cordray coming out of turn number 4. Charles Wilson now up to second place. Cordray up to 4th. Declan Beatty in 1st right now. Drew Calvert on track, coming out of turn number 4 here to grab his second time of the night. And what's it going to be better than, yes, it is going to be up to 4th he goes. Jay Sanchez now to the top with a 33.37. A little bit faster than Beatty. Looks about 0.03 of a second. 0.03 of a second. There we go. And that should wrap up qualifying. What's going on, Rob Hamilton? How we doing? Hope you're having a good weekend and a good Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully it should be pretty good. I've got some cooking I've got to do. All right, so qualifying will end here, and the race will begin as these drivers will get gridded up on this racetrack. Starting on the pole tonight, Jay Sanchez. To his outside, Declan Beatty. In row number 2, Gavin Smith with Charles Wilson. Row 3, Drew Calvert and Junior Heaton. Row 4, Michael Cordray with Tony Nolan. Row 5, Terrence Preston with Ronnie Welchel. Row 6, Terry Litweiler with Keone Maduro. Take a look here at the weather for tonight's race. Looks like 81-degree track temp, 79 in the air with partly cloudy skies, but it looks pitch black out there to me, so that shouldn't matter. And race analysis, 75 laps. As they'll be pulling off here at pit road in just a couple of seconds. There we go. Look at this field tonight. Some drivers taking the access road to get out on the track. Some went ahead and got up on the track. They'll meet together just like the interstate does. And here we go. So my question is here tonight, who is going to win the championship? Let's take a look at it real quick once again before we get to the green flag. We got Michael Cordray, Terrence Preston, David Vodka, which is not here tonight, and Declan Beatty. So there's only going to be one of 3 that is going to compete tonight for the championship. Green flag in the air. Here we go. Jay Sanchez and Declan Beatty side by side as they head down into turn number 1. Oh, and the 51 already in the wall. He's going to get a save, though. The caution will not come out. As Gavin Smith takes the lead, and now the 72's around. And let's take a look and see what happened here. And it looks like the rear of the truck just went out from underneath the 72. And let's take a look here at Jay Sanchez. Oh, it's already happened. But the rear of the truck went out from under him as well. So we're going to reset here and try it again. Looks like we're going to go around one more time here. The pace lights are still on the truck. All right, lights are off, and we're going to go side by side once again, getting ready to take the green flag. All right, these drivers getting ready to head out of turn number 4. The pace truck should head down here in just a second, and we'll get going once again. Green flag back in the air. Gavin Smith taking charge early on here as they go into turn number 1. So our drivers already side by side, still back here as we've got Ronnie Welchel on the bottom underneath Jay Sanchez, and just behind Terrence Preston going for a championship. Terrence looking on the bottom underneath the 57 of Charles Wilson. As we look up here, Drew Calvert on the high side. Now down to the bottom he goes, trying to do something here with Declan Beatty. As we look back a little bit further, Terrence Preston just got clear of the 57. Now Michael Cordray moving up through the field once again as he's underneath Charles Wilson as well. '92 looking underneath the 23, and looks like he's going to clear him. Now it's all up to Michael Cordray. Will he be able to clear him? Yes, he will, easily, coming out of turn number 4. Beatty is leading the championship 3 right now. Currently in the 2nd position. What's going on, Hubert? Man, I think I'm about to go with the underdog, Terrence Preston, tonight. He needs some good solid luck. As we take a look here, he's trying to close down the gap between him and Jay Sanchez. As Keone Maduro is on the high side here, letting the 51 of Sanchez by. Oh, now Sanchez in the wall. Now that's going to allow him to go right back by again. There goes Terrence Preston now to the inside of the 51. He's going to have to fight hard here, as the 51 doesn't have anywhere to go right now. Back in the wall again. And again. As Preston now back underneath Keone. The 51 of Jay Sanchez gets by, as Declan Beatty now closing in the gap on Gavin Smith. Oh, Terrence Preston goes for a ride back there. He gets the call back up, but he's going to have to go back through the field once again. Declan Beatty saving. You could hear the engine go silent as he's trying to stretch his fuel. Oh, the truck looks really tight there for Gavin Smith, as he had to put way more wheel in it than is needed. And he's not saving at all, so you know Declan Beatty, he's saving, clutching, and he's able to keep that gap there. You see how much easier the wheel looks for Declan Beatty rather than Gavin Smith. Gavin has got that truck really, really tight right now, which is one of the reasons Beatty's able just to save and to stay up to the back of him. See, he's barely having to put any wheel in it. And if you go back to Gavin Smith here, looking down on the corner, he's got that thing turned at a 45-degree angle, trying to force the truck to turn, and that's going to kill the front tires. That's the difference between experience right there with Declan Beatty and someone who thinks they're fast. They're fast early run, but Declan Beatty proven tonight he is fast long run. I think he's just going to get faster and faster here. Calvert now has got him closed back up. He's trying to get up there and contend for the lead. Jay Sanchez right behind Drew Calvert as well is also closed up as he's running the high side. Michael Cordray looking underneath. I guess that's Junior Heaton. Yeah, that's Junior Heaton with the wrong car number. And Keone Maduro looking good here late in this run. As he's moving up some spots. Terrence Preston working his way back up. You could tell he's got speed as he lost it there out of 2. And now it's worked his way right back up here. So this cat's got some speed here late in this run. As Declan Beatty now has taken the lead from Gavin Smith, and Drew Calvert now battling to get the second spot, and he does. As Jay Sanchez and Gavin Smith battling it out. Jay Sanchez now taking over the 3rd spot. Oh, it looked like Calvert now trying to take the lead. Gonna go up and try to clear the 22. He does. He's gonna put his nose right in front of him. And the back of his truck's gonna follow. Drew Calvert now in the lead. And set sail we do. Jay Sanchez, though, is fast tonight. So he's trying to take that second spot away from Declan Beatty. Oh, Beatty loose here, coming out of turn number 2. Running that high side. He does like the high side. But the 51 with a huge draft and momentum on the front stretch as he's going to dive it down deep, look low. Jay Sanchez sliding up, doing the same thing Drew Calvert did as Beatty gives him a bump here down the backstretch. Beatty's not worried about it. He's racing the other championship contenders here. As they're going to be in pit here very, very soon. Oh, Sanchez sideways coming out of turn number 2. And take a look at Michael Cordray. Trying to close that gap up. Well, he's got it closed here on the back of Gavin Smith. That's going to take over the 4th spot if he can catch him, which should be able to. Both of them running the high side right now, so Cordray may have to change his lineup just a little bit to kind of get around Gavin Smith. Terrence Preston trying to go up here and catch these other 2 that he's battling for a championship with. As Drew Calvert looks like he had disconnected. So that's going to put Sanchez up in the lead. Eddie trying to find some speed here right before they pit. Close that gap back up on the 51. As Sanchez back in the wall once again. And Beatty goes right on by. Declan Beatty now has got the 51 back to his back bumper. All Beatty has to do is run his line. The 51 will take himself out. As Sanchez goes low, not going to be able to clear. The high line is just dominant right now, as a characteristic of Homestead. Declan Beatty in the wall just a little bit. That's going to slow him up, allow the 51 to get right back by. Terrence Preston trying to work his way up to the back of the 10 and try to get around him for the 4th position. Trying to make that bottom side work right now. It may work here, seeing how the 10 has nowhere to go. He's right behind the 72. As the 10 turns down here right in front of the 92. Going to try to pinch him down. Terrence Preston just cannot make it happen on the bottom side. That's going to allow the 57 and the 71 to close the gap up. Looks like those guys saved some stuff for the end of this thing, for the end of the run, because they are fast. Terry Litweiler on the move. He's got Charles Wilson in tow as they go around the outside of the 92. And now underneath the bottom, as they're side by side with the 10. Charles Wilson now trying to find his way around, as Terrence Preston did as well. He finally made it by the 10. As Litweiler made it by Cordray. Cordray now going to lose the 4th spot, or the 3rd spot. As Terrence Preston's now moved up to 5th and looking low on the 72. Oh, what's going on, Vodka? How we doing tonight? Yeah, I hate that you had to miss that championship race, but things happen. Jared Preston now moving around Cordray, moving himself up into 4th place. Charles Wilson trying to do the same. As looks like Terrence Preston, first one coming down the pit road. And it looks like they fixed the fuel issue here. Last race, they had to pit a bunch of times to make it through the race. And it looks like they fixed it here. For the very last race of the season. Declan Beatty coming down now to get his stop of the night, as Jay Sanchez still in the lead. Terry Litweiler in 2nd, Charles Wilson 3rd. Cordray in 5th, or 4th, I mean, yeah, 4th. As Sanchez coming down the pit road. Terry Litweiler's going to go by. We're going to see who has the better pit stop here, because it's probably going to be one down pit road. At least the gap will be. Declan Beatty, not a really fast time down pit road, 45 seconds. Cone to cone, 14 seconds in his box. We're going to see what Jay Sanchez has here. Oh, he's going to be way ahead of Declan Beatty. 44 seconds in his box, or cone to cone here down pit road. So he's going to have a huge gap here on Declan Beatty. As Litweiler and Wilson still out right now. Welchel as well, still out. Cordray with he's a really good stop in his box. Cordray should be pretty good here, as Terrence Preston should be way in front of him. Not really. Couple up newer tires. Cordray could be able to close down on him quickly. Yes, he is already under a half a second. As Litweiler and Welchel down pit road. Wilson still staying out. And once it's all settled out here, should have about a 4.5-4 second lead or so over Declan Beatty. Sanchez should. Like I said, that time 1 is time on the pit road as Gavin Smith just had an accident. Looks like he may have spun off a pit road. Declan Beatty still racing the other two here for the championship as we've got 30 laps to go. Terrence Preston in 4th place. 4 seconds back from Declan Beatty to be able to contend for the championship here as Cordray right behind the 92. And around goes Michael Cordray around the outside of the 92 of Terrence Preston. So that's going to put him up in the 4th. Preston falls to 5th place. As the gap has increased from Sanchez back to Beatty, now 4.6 seconds. And take a look here. Some of these other guys that have pitted later than some, or than the rest of the guys. Terry Litweiler in 6th place now as he's trying to run down Terrence Preston. Shouldn't be an issue with the new tires over Terrence Preston. Carlos Wilson was the latest one to pit. He should be able to close up pretty quickly here on Tony Nolan and Ronnie Welchel. Also one of the later ones to pit as well. Declan Beatty now falling to 5 seconds back. Oh, Keone Maduro hard into the wall, out of 2. Having a nice run tonight in 3rd place as Terry Litweiler underneath the 92 now. Going to take that spot. He's significantly faster than the 92. Now up into the 5th position. What's going on, Charles Bagley? Yeah, go Team No Lift. And you're referring to that guy right there, Declan Beatty. 24 laps remaining till he clinches the championship. Unless there's a late race caution. Right now he's trending to do so as he's 3 seconds ahead of Michael Cordray, who just now moved up into the 3rd position. He's going after him. So let's not count the chickens before they've hatched. Terry Litweiler making some strides here. With them new tires, he's making it all the way back up through the field. Oh yeah, I'm having a good night up here, buddy. Hate you're not here on track with us. As Maduro now falls back to 5th. Terry Litweiler up into 4th now, trying to chase down Michael Cordray, while Cordray is trying to chase down Beatty. He's got it down though. 2-second gap now between Cordray and Beatty. He's definitely closing the gap up. Cordray looking fast here late in this race with 21 laps to go. Oh, come on, Beatty. Got to keep it out of the wall. You're going for a championship here, bud. You can't be making those kinds of mistakes. Remember, you're not racing Sanchez. You're racing Cordray. You're racing Preston. Cordray's fast here. You've got to keep it underneath you. Ooh, man, fell off your desk. Man, I should send you what I've got. I've got my desk here with all my monitors on it, and I've got a hanger that hangs off the side of the desk, and the PC actually sits in that. So it's not on the desk, it's hanging off the side, but it's also off the floor. So it's not sucking up all that dust and debris. I needed the desk space. Rob Hamilton saying, let's go, Terry. I mean, if it stays green, I don't think Terry will win the thing, even though he's pretty fast right now as he gets around Cordray. But if a caution comes out, then that's a different story. But we've got Beatty still in the championship lead right now with this cat coming up behind him now. 0.7 of a second separates the championship contenders now. It's about to get serious. Cordray has got his game face on. As we get on board here with Michael Cordray. Looking good. Truck looks pretty good here. Little loose center off. Like he's trying to drive it up. Very nice call with going low, knowing you have a loose truck. So you could drive it way up out of the corner. And here it is. Here's the championship contenders right here. Nose to tail. Hey, that's how it happened. I once broke a TV. I was doing something for my brother-in-law. I put the TV on his bed right in the middle. Come back and boom. It was upside down and it broke. Here we go, folks. It is for the championship lead right here. Declan Beatty just getting passed by Michael Cordray. Beatty trying to battle back on the high side here. I don't think he can. I think Cordray is just too strong right now. As Cordray could possibly win the championship here. Terry Litweiler a half a second faster than Sanchez last lap by. 34-3 for Litweiler, 34-8 for Sanchez. I don't know if he's going to have enough time here, but if he keeps doing with a half a second, he's going to blow him out of the water here with about 3 laps to go. Now he's got it under 6 seconds here. He is on the move. As we get on board here with Terry Litweiler, he can't even see Jay Sanchez right now. And he sees him off in the distance there as Jay's heading down into turn 3 now. Still way, way faster. There's Jay Sanchez heading down into turn 1. As Terry now 5.5 back. Jay better pick up the pace. Terry Litweiler on the move as Michael Cordray way ahead now of Declan Beatty for the championship. Cordray having a fantastic night tonight. Charles Wilson to the back of the 10 to try to put himself in 5th position. To the high side he goes. The momentum will be had on the high side. As we go up here to Terry Litweiler. 5.3 back. Something happened to Litweiler as he's dropped down about 3/10. May have gotten to the wall there on the exit. As their lap times are just about the same now. Oh, as a caution comes out. This decimates all right here. As the 10 backwards on the track. Let's look and see what happened. All the way down on the bottom of the track. Comes up the track. Oh, and we're going to have to watch that again. Looks like Declan Beatty took him out. As Declan Beatty's all the way up against the wall. And then you see him start turning down the track. And comes down and collects the 10. Now we're going to take a look at it here. From Declan Beatty's in-car. Now the truck's really tight here. And yeah, absolutely deliberate. That was very well intentional right there, folks. As we'll take a look at it one more time. He never stopped turning left. "100% intentional on Declan Beatty's part. Look at this. Still turning left. Got right into the 10. As all these drivers now coming down pit road. Jay Sanchez winning the battle off pit road, as he should have, seeing how he was way, way up in front. Just cannot believe we're here under a caution with nearly 5 laps to go. And there is no black flag being given for the 22. So he's still in contention to win the championship, even though he just took a guy out. And Declan Beatty gets into the back of the 71. And let's take a look here and see what happened. And deliberately once again got into the back of the 71. Michael Cordray got 3 laps to go. We'll see if he can go up here and catch the 51. Should be able to do it here. As Terrence Preston's up here trying to close the gap on the 22, but they're coming out of 4 for the white flag one more time around. Can Michael Cordray pull this championship off? Should be able to, seeing how Terrence Preston's the next one in line. I don't consider Declan Beatty in contention, as he should have got a black flag for intentionally wrecking the 10, but here we go. Coming out of turn number 4. Looks like it's going to be Michael Cordray winning the championship here in the Truck Series. Great job, great driving here from the 72 of Michael Cordray. Well earned right there, well earned. And let's take a look here at the finished results for tonight's race. Jay Sanchez winning here the race at Homestead. Michael Cordray winning the championship. Terrence Preston in third. Charles Wilson fourth. Tony Nolan in fifth with Terry Litweiler sixth. Ronnie Welchel in seventh. Gavin Smith in eighth with Drew Calvert ninth. Keone Maduro, tough luck for him, finishes in 10th. And Junior Heaton in 11th. And Declan Beatty in last place. And let's see if we can't get a word here from Michael Cordray. There's the champ right there. What's going on, Cordray?
What's up?
Man, hey, buddy, dude, you drove a great race.
Yeah, I ended up spinning myself out, got loose coming out too. I haven't practiced running the bottom much. Torqued my tires running the outside lane, saw everybody passing me because they kept riding the inside. I'm like, you know what, I want to change it up. That pit stop happened, started running the bottom, and boy, I was quick.
Yes, you were. I mean, your times were really, really consistent throughout the entire run on that last stretch there. The truck seemed to be good the first run, even after that spin. Just really had the pace tonight. I wanted to see Terrence Preston get up there and battle some and, try to go for the championship as well. But, man, you were just lights out fast tonight as far as the championship contenders go.
Yeah, after that pit stop, I was also trying to conserve a little bit of tires for the long run because I didn't know if we were going to get another caution or not. But when that other caution came out at the end of the race, I was pushing as hard as I could, as much as I could without spinning myself out. I got loose a couple of times, but I was still able to pull a little bit.
Absolutely, man. Well, I'm super happy to have you here in the booth and as a Truck Series champion. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I told you I was going to get one.
Yeah, you did. You were right. Here it is, here at Homestead, in a Kyle Busch throwback paint scheme, too.
Hey, you got to bring him the championship one more time.
That's right, man. All right, buddy. Well, if you got any shout-outs, we'll get those, and we'll send you on your way.
Shout out to everybody in the Lippy Class Racing that's been racing with us. I know we're not continuing after this season. Shout out to all the drivers that race with us throughout the weeks, week in, week out. Nice having battles with everybody as much as we could. I know we had some bad races, good races, but I don't want the bad races to overwhelm everybody.
Absolutely, man. All right, buddy, we'll get out of here. We're going to get this show closed down, and we'll hopefully talk to you soon.
Sounds good.
Thank you. All right, folks, that was the champ, and that's all the time we have for tonight. If you'd like to get your league broadcasted here, the link to the Discord for Racer Nexus is in the description of the video. Make sure to click them and contact Rob Campbell. He'll get you set up. I promise you, we cover everything. Road, Indy, it doesn't matter. We got you covered. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for tonight. I'm Adam Gladfelter here with Racer Nexus, and we'll catch you next time.